Rehan, India just came back after the defeat, just like I did right now. And I mean, uh, the defeat in the first match, England also came back from behind like this in the first match. But the way we batted today and the way we bowled as well in the first innings with both the new balls and today as well, I think it is safe to say that we've put the match out of England's grasp this time around. They'll be looking to play for a draw tomorrow with only 7 wickets in hand, and I think it looks quite evident that India can go on to win, but that's as well again a can because we know that once the Duke's ball gets around 35-40 overs old, then it's very, very difficult to pick up a wicket. And since all the 13 wickets have been picked up by Siraj and Akash Deep, uh, I don't really bank on Prasidh Krishna to do a lot. But the sample size we saw of him today, just 3 overs, but he was steaming in nicely. He was hitting the areas quite nicely. So क्या लगता है कल क्या expect करना चाहिए?
Funny, but starting from today, I think it's a very good day if you're an
Yep.
Indian cricket fan. The way they have played throughout this test match has been commendable with the bat and ball both. Even though if it's a flat wicket, you see in the second innings, they have already picked up 3 wickets. That
Correct.
puts them well, beyond England. They are having the advantage to go on to win this game. But
Correct.
as you rightly said, it all depends on how they bowl on the
Hmm.
final day, and England definitely will look for a draw. Special appreciation for Shubman Gill. I think he has scored almost a world record. I think he is second on the list
Yep.
to 430 runs. That's the aggregate.
Yep.
So that's a job very well done, which none of us expected. If I'm being very
Espe-
frank,
Especially Naman Shah.
especially Naman Shah. But see the way he's played, it's been terrific. And kudos to him. Kudos to the team, the way they have played. Even with Bumrah not being in the side, just look at the bowling. Top class from Siraj and Akashdeep once again. To put England on that back foot, it makes me more happy, I would say, because see, in the last game, even though we had a target, we weren't able to defend that
Correct.
because we didn't get up early wickets. But
Yeah.
now the tone is set. I think we should carry forward that momentum and try and look for a win. Although it's going to be difficult, England will not give in easy
Correct.
because they will show some resistance, of course. They have players, but players who have not lived up to the expectations,
Hmm.
especially Ben Stokes. I mean, such a big name. He's been missing for quite a while now. He hasn't scored runs with the bat. That's what I want to see from him. To lead from the front, take inspiration from Shubman Gill. But if looking from India's perspective, you saw a little bit of turn
Hmm.
when Shoaib
Yeah.
Bashir and
Yep.
Joe Root were bowling.
Yep.
So I think Jadeja would definitely fancy his chances and make a mark.
And before we move on to the discussion for tomorrow, we I think we have to discuss the theatrics that come along with Rishabh Pant. I mean that the moment he came out, it was like a beaut of a ball to get KL Rahul out, just like Akash Deep bowled to Joe Root, similar sort of a delivery. And then comes out this guy, he just steps out the first ball, does not connect, but then again steps out in the very same over and hits it for a six. You saw him getting dropped twice, his bat was flying away, but he still managed to score those 65 important runs. I think his innings was the momentum change that India needed from like being in a position of a lead was 300 runs and within a matter of time it was nearer 400. So I think that not just allowed Shubman Gill to settle into that innings and then take the aggressor role, but also allowed Jadeja to come and bat time because it was also important that we do not give England more than 120-25 overs to chase down 550, 600, or else they would have gone for the target again. So very well played. And one another thing I would like to mention was Shubman Gill's captaincy was obviously good in the last test, but this test is as well. the way he's rotated his bowlers. But one thing I would like to mention today was he saw that the clock was running out, and to get one more additional over, had he continued Akash Deep for that over, he could not have gotten an additional over, because Akash Deep had already bowled 7 overs on the trot. So he removed Akash Deep out of the attack, got Siraj in because he was fresh. He's just bowled 4 overs. He ran through that over so that we could get in another additional over. So I think captaincy was like on point. Tomorrow, what I would like to see is start with like Prasidh Krishna and Akashdeep again, and have Siraj and Jadeja bowl in tandem. You still have the ball is what, 16 overs old. You still have another 20 overs before which the ball goes completely soft. You have to pick up 3 wickets before that in the first session, or else in the second session you could be in for a leather hunt.
Spot on. See, they do not want to take this to the last session till the
Exactly.
very end. You are right. They need to be aggressive right from ball one. But see, Shubman Gill will improve as a captain
Correct.
test by test. It is his first tour, his first assignment. So far, he has gone out with flying colors, even though he lost the first test. But not much criticism was there
Correct.
because we know that they put up a fight. It
Yes.
wasn't that we lost by a huge margin or we made some stupid mistakes. And
Yeah.
the fact that we admitted to those mistakes and rectified them speaks about the character of the team. So
Yep.
going forward, I think they'll not replicate the same mistakes. In fact, if they win this match without Bumrah, it will be the biggest boost to Shubman Gill's captaincy and this series for India personally. See,
Correct.
because Naman, you would agree with me, the 2 wickets that we have played on
Absolute belter.
Birmingham, absolute belters. So it was not the ideal English wicket where you saw seam movement, even in the 40 over, 50 over. Uh, and again, not much turn for the bowlers if you are a spinner. So kudos to the batsmen who make the runs. At the same time, India would also like to look at that number 3 spot. Probably we'll come to that on a later day.
Correct.
But full marks to India for playing this test in a very matured way.
So let's come to predictions tomorrow. Who do you think will win the match? Who are your players to watch out for? And additional question this time around. Who do you think will take the maximum number of wickets tomorrow?
I think it should be Siraj who will take the maximum wickets. I think India will go on to win. It should happen maybe in the second session where we'll come to know about the result, is what I feel. Uh, yeah, India to win.
And players to watch out for from both
For
sides?
me, from England, it'll be Ben Stokes. I
Okay.
think it's due from him to get some runs under his belt. And from India, I think it will be interesting to see Jadeja because I saw the ball turn.
Yep. So for me, my players to watch out for would be Jamie Smith and Washington Sundar. Washington Sundar becomes an important asset for us tomorrow, because if the ball is gripping with the height and the high release point that he has, I think could pick up a couple of wickets. Highest wicket taker for India tomorrow, I think, would be Washington Sundar. Uh, and yeah, I think India will win, hopefully. क्या लगता है, जीतेंगे क्या?
मैं तो चाहता हूँ इंडिया जीते जीत जाए.
And the biggest advantage, as you said, that it will be without Bumrah. And going into Lords, if we are at 1-1, I think हमारी बैटिंग में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं दिख रही है, apart from that number 3 spot. But in terms of bowling as well, you could remove Prasid, get in Bumrah. You could have Akash Deep, you could get in Shardul Thakur as well, because Lords might be seaming around. So a lot of positives from this test, a lot of negatives as well in terms of Nitish Kumar and Karun Nair, but we can talk about that before the test number 3. With that, guys, we'll see you tomorrow with a lot more people and a lot more celebration if India does deliver. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching.